I'm in Salad and I saw the Twilight Zone episode 20, Elegy. It is directed by Douglas Hayes, written by Charles Beaumont, and if you haven't seen this episode, I will spoil it for you. This episode starts, we're following a bunch of astronauts. They got lost in space, and so they're so many miles away, at least 600 million miles away from Earth. They're out of fuel. They landed on this planet, which has the same atmosphere as Earth, and immediately the only difference is everything is frozen in time. What would you do if you were in this situation? Would you push everyone over? Because I think I would. I would definitely start kicking things, see if I can move things around with my feet. Like, why are you frozen? Got him! I'm gonna kick him over, I'm gonna knock you over. I'm gonna be the worst person ever. These three fellas be like, what's the deal? What's happening here? And I find this to be very fascinating. Their immediate response is to try to talk to people. Hey, what are you doing? Why are you frozen? None of them are responding. They go to a bunch of different people. You got a guy who's fishing. Oh, let's just push this guy down. What happens if this guy is pushed down, man? Are they not fishing anymore? What, are you disturbing them? I'm curious as to what actual effect this has on the people who are frozen. They go around town, they encounter this really big party group with the mayor, and they're all just frozen in time. It's like, does time pass here? Let's look at a clock. There's no hands on that clock. I don't know if time even passes or not. I have no idea. Maybe time is frozen and they're in this really frozen time place. I'm not exactly sure if time moves. I know this episode explains that their time is moving, but maybe their time is moving really slow and they're moving really fast in comparison. Maybe they are slightly moving. I applaud all of these actors, all of these extras' ability to stay still. Except for when they go to the place with the music, they go to a marching band, they got a bunch of music is just being played, and one of the marching band dudes is blinking in the background. I noticed that, but everybody else is doing their best to just stay still, which I heavily appreciate. And I also really like the camera movements because it shows them going through this marching band place, and then all the camera moves and it shows more people are frozen and they're at this fancy event. It's like, what is happening here? And then we have the astronauts. They're still looking for people who are moving. They didn't find any, so let's just go to this house, okay? Let's have a gander at this house. Let's see what's in this house. Maybe we can keep it as our own. And then they go into this house, and there's actually one person who is moved. What? How is there someone moving? That actually turns out to be the caretaker. The caretaker is moving, actually. Why? What? What's happening? Well, he explains it. This guy explains that 200 years ago, there was a big old boom, a big old kablowie on Earth. It took 200 years for them to even recover from that, and so this guy preserves these people in time who are dead, so when they are dead they can relive their biggest dream possible. And also, let's be very hospitality and let me give you some drinks, and they drink the drinks. I would personally not drink the drinks. I'd be super suspicious. I'd be like, man, I don't trust this guy at all. Why is he the only one moving? I don't get it. Please stop giving me fancy drinks. Stop trying to poison me with whatever you try to poison me. And I was right, okay? These guys, their final wish before they got frozen and being placed into the place where they want to be on a ship headed home. And so this caretaker puts them on that ship headed home, and they're just infinitely frozen in time. And this guy is frozen until he's needed, and he was awoketh when these travelers came down onto Earth, not Earth, actually, a different planet other than Earth. When they go to this similar place to Earth, and they're all frozen, this guy woke up and was like, oh, I'm needed. It looks like I need to put some people to sleep. And that's how the episode ends. And I'm just like, this is such a weird and bizarre episode. I think if I were in this episode, I would definitely be frozen at some point. Although I don't think I would be as eager to take whatever I'm given in terms of drinks, so I get frozen. Maybe it would take me maybe a week. I would run away from this man and be like, what is going on? I don't want to see you. You're frozen. Well, you're not frozen. Everyone else is frozen. That's weird. Why are you not frozen, man? And then I would just run into the next house, steal somebody's house. Maybe that guy would find me eventually. Maybe I'd be really desperate at some point. Maybe a weekend I'll be super desperate and then actually drink his drink and then I'm frozen. Oh no. You know, that's how my fate would go. What would you do if you're in this situation? Would you drink that drink and be frozen forever like these astronauts did? Would you squat? Would you claim squatters' rights and squat in a house and steal a house? What would you do? This is a very important question. Let me know in the comments below. I really liked the acting ability of everyone involved. Everyone stayed very, very, very still. And it made me convinced that they were all statues. Of course, you got the very, very subtle movement of someone trying to stay still, and it's really hard because how could you stay still? It's freaking staying still for how many minutes? It's hard, man. I've tried it before. It's really hard, actually. Man, have you tried staying still once or twice in your life ever? I do recommend it, but it's a skill. These actors have the skill. They got the skills, and I like it. This Twilight Zone doesn't make me scared for my life. It makes me feel like, huh, what a fascinating scenario that these guys have gotten themselves into. These are my type of experiences with the Twilight Zone. Either I look at an episode, I'm like, dang, man, I feel like if I don't appreciate my life, I'm going to die, and I like really think heavily about it. But this was not really that type of episode, really. This was just like a couple of guys, a few guys just wander into an unknown place and then meet a guy who's actually not frozen, who freezes them. And this is a little terrifying, but I don't think of myself being in a situation where I'm going to go to a planet where everyone is frozen. I don't just see myself in this type of situation, but I really do like everyone's commitment, and I do like just the episode is a fun idea. So I gotta give this episode, it's a solid 7.4 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one. The platform really likes that. If you want to fast track a movie review, you can do that for $20 redeemos at patreon.com/ASEPresents. And if you like to help support the daily grind of all them daily movie reviews, go to this link tree. On the way, you can help support the daily grind of all them daily movie reviews, so you can go here. And until next time, mint salad sauce, see you later, my salad croutons and bacon bits.